Good morning and welcome. I'm Celeste and this is Celeste Creates. This is FlossTube number 40 on Monday, August 15th, 2022. So I hate to say that it's been almost a month since I filmed my last video, since FlossTube 39. But we have been really busy getting people back to school and dealing with just, life as it comes up. And so I am sorry I have not been here to share what I've been working on, but I have been working on different things, so I do have a lot to share with you today. So I'm really glad that you're here to talk about stitching with me, and it's always a blessing. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And if you are a returning viewer and subscriber, thank you once again. Thank you for all your comments, for your well wishes, for just everything that you do to bless my days after I film a FlossTube. It's always a joy. And so today I've got plenty to show you. I've got some starts, some finishes, some progress, some plans. A little bit of haul and lots of updates. So let's get started. Over this past month, we have just been busy getting really mostly prepared to get my daughter back to school. My daughter is starting her second year at Benedictine College in Atchison, Kansas. My oldest son, who graduated with his bachelor's last year, is going back for his fourth year to get his master's. So he was already up there all summer in Topeka for an internship. So he just drove an hour and got back to school last week or the week before. They both had to be up there on August 4th or 5th, whatever day that was, to begin preparing. They are both resident assistants this year, and so they had to be there earlier than everyone else to start planning and preparing for the students to arrive. And so we got her all ready to go back, and my husband and I drove her up there on August 4th, and then we got to see our son, and then pretty much came back. We made a little stop in Tulsa, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. So she is back and loving it, and about 2 days later she called to tell us that she had broken her foot, or she was pretty sure she'd broken her foot. Her brother took her to the little hospital there in Atchison, and they got her all fixed up. And then last week she followed up with the orthopedic doctor, and yes, she has a fracture in the 5th metatarsal, but thankfully, praise God, all she needs is a boot and a scooter, both of which were loaned to her. Another praise, just so thankful. And 4 or 5 weeks she should be pretty well healed up. So she's doing well. She's scooting around, and which is not without its difficulties on campus with all its hills, and but she's a real trooper, and I know that she will make a success of this and grow from this, I'm sure. So they were all back to school, or getting ready to go back to school. I believe classes start next week. And then we are back here at home. We have some things to do to prepare. We are off this week, one more week of our homeschool, and then we will be back at it next week. Let's see, I have 3 at home. So Andrew will be a senior, Michael will be a sophomore, and my youngest, Braden, will be in 7th grade. So I will be homeschooling 3 of them, mostly just 2 of them, because my oldest will be doing quite a bit of his coursework at the junior college. He'll be doing his dual credit classes. So mostly just homeschooling 2 this year, which is kind of weird. So anyway, doing that, and then we've had refrigerator troubles, we've had water heater troubles, we've had tires that need replacing, we've had you name it, it's been happening. But God is so good, and I think when we can focus on God's goodness, we know that none of this it's just, they're trials, but they come, and in His goodness we can have confidence that He is with us, and that we may not feel like it, but we know that he gives us strength to run the race until the end, and he gives us enough grace to finish the race. So that's what we're doing. We're just keep running the race and leaning on him and relying on him, but really it's all good. All right, let's get into the cross stitch. So in a month I've been busy, so let's just we're gonna go through. I have my, I know I've shared this before, this is my book of days that I use. So I've been working on this since I got back into cross stitch, or just since maybe a little bit right after. So 2020 was when I started this, and I do some stickering, not a ton. This is July. This is one of those books from Amazon, and I just did hot air balloons during July. And then August I went with some bees and some ladies. I'm not sure what my rhyme or reason was. Anyway, we will just go through this chronologically and I'll show you what I've been doing. I think that's the best way forward. So just after I filmed my last FlossTube, I think I showed you that I had been working on a little chart called...
This might answer your question. The most recent smartphone was the Vivo Y77E.
That's Alexa. I'm not sure what I did to set her off. Okay. See, she's listening. A little chart called H. Faulkner by Priscilla's Pocket. I believe I still have it back here. And I was asked by several people, you can still get this, I believe, from the attic in Arizona. Such a sweet little chart. It was a loan to me, and so I stitched it up really quick, and I just love it. And the day I finished it, I got it framed. Let me see if I can tell you what linen this is on. Pause, please. Pause even longer. We're still pausing. Just a minute. All right, I'm back, and I did find out I started this back in May. And I started it on, it's 36 count Stars Hollow blend by R&R, and I had a little piece of it, 36 count, and I finished it on a day, and then I had this frame. It fits really nicely. It's a little tight on the top and the bottom, but not enough to cut a frame for this one specifically, and I really loved this frame. I don't know, it's just something I bought a long time ago. It's all wood, but I had a photo in it or something, and I just think it's so pretty. So there is H. Faulkner all framed up, and she is hanging in my bedroom next to my bed. Such a sweet tiny little sampler, even on 36. I'd contemplated doing her on 40, but gosh, I mean, she's tiny. Loved doing these flowers up here. They were so pretty. So I forget what it's called for on the chart. I could probably, you should see my spot here today. Oh, there it is. It called for Gloriana silks, and then my friend who did it had done her own color conversion, and then based on that and some DMs, I did my own color conversion. So this is all with my own colors, but I really love how it turned out. So again, you can get that at the attic and add that to your sweet tiny sampler collection. I just love it. Okay, so that's H. Faulkner. So after I finished that, then I moved on to, I started and finished in a day, and then I like FFO'd a couple days later. Where did she go? There she is. Okay. From Keeper of the Pins. I don't have the booklet with me, but from the most recent, a real recent release from With Thy Needle and Thread, the little booklet called Keeper of the Pins. I've made, I think 3 other of the little charts in there, and I've made them into pillows. And then this one was so cute and sweet. I did her in a day. I don't think I intended to do her in a day, but it just happened. And I found this perfect little frame at Michael's, I think. Yeah, I got this one at Michael's. This sweet little red frame. And I put her in there. She is called Dame of the Needle, I think. Yeah, Dame of the Needle from Keeper of the Pins. Isn't she cute? Love her. And so this little red frame, just a great size. So this is on 36 count vintage country mocha with all the called for colors. And again, you can get that little frame at Michael's. I think it was on like a little end cap. So it was like $3.99. So real cute. So I finished her, and she sits here on my cutting table slash ironing board slash desk. The spot here, which is on a desk, holds my big flat ironing board where I iron, but I also I just work here. It kind of ends up being a desk too, so I really enjoy it. All right, so I did that. And then on the 23rd of July, my Saturday Stitcher friends and I did a Zoom call together, and we had planned to start a chart together. We've been working through some of the charts here in the Sewing Club book. We've done tiny treetops together, and I think the only other one we've done together was the little pin drum that we did. Yes, we did this one as well. So this time we decided to start this particular chart called Hollyhocks Were Always There. And this is that sewing roll, and I'm really excited to finish this and make the little sewing roll, or a housewife is what they call it. I've seen them called different things, but then, you know, here's what it looks like when it's all finished up. So I can't wait to finish that and do that. So we started that from the Sewing Club book, and I was making a good bit of progress on it. Oh, that's not it. Where'd it go? No. No. Oh, there it is. I'm telling you, it's a mess today. All right. So I am using all the called for colors. So pretty. Love them. One of my favorite blues is this Teal Frost. And that pink is Cinnabar. They're pretty. So I am doing that on Vintage Country Mocha. I'm doing it on Vintage Country Mocha as well. And here is how far I've gotten. I really might pull this back out really soon to work on this. That was a lot of fun. I loved all these little lines of stitching. So pretty. Love it. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to that really soon because pulling that out got me all interested and excited. So I started that and did a few days work on that one. That was actually going pretty fast, so that'll be fun. Then I think I just had some startitis lately. I just had to start things, so I did. Then on the 25th, my friend Annie, the Proper Stitcher, and we started together another chart. On the 25th, we started this Joyous season from Plum Street Samplers, seeing as it was the 25th, and this is a Christmas stitch, we decided to start this together. I love that chart. I love the verse at the top, that flower urn on top of that house. Love it. So I know I have to be careful. I think I've said this before. I have to be careful about my plum streets that I choose because I choose big houses and then I don't enjoy it. Anyway, this is a fun house to do. I think I do better like on the one, This Is the Day, a recent release too, with the pink and the brick house. I'm good with that one because it's like a little puzzle, I think I've said. It's not a solid house. I don't mind a solid house, but I can't have like 6 solid houses going at once. This one I think is a little better because it's broken up. There's a lot of windows, and then there's that the mortar in the bricks. So we started that on the 25th. I worked on it for a couple days, and then I worked on it a little bit on my car trip. So I'm using all the called for colors. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I changed this. Which are really pretty. love it. This color right here, the peachy color, what is it? It's a DMC 758. That is the mortar. Really, really pretty. So those are all the colors. And I started this on an R&R 36 count Patriot sprue by R&R. And I started in the middle because I wanted to work on the house and get to that urn. But you can see, I mean, to me, that's for just like 3 days of work, that's a lot. Got the little roof tiles done and filling those in. And so to me, it's going really quickly and I'm enjoying that. So I'll be getting back to that as well here soon. I really love that. A lot of fun. I don't know if I'll finish it for this Christmas, but gotta start on it and keep working. So just chug along, not in a rush. Then I had, you know, like I said, I was having a little bit of a startitis issue. And I don't know why I decided I needed to start this. I think I was just going through stuff and decided, I don't really know. I think I was just flipping through my patterns or my charts and decided how cute this was and that it needed to be started as well. So it is. Another fun streak. So it's called Rest a While. Love that fox. I love the acorns. Just such a cute chart. Super cute. So I started that one. This is on a piece of, it's called Lucia from Tropical Stitches, my favorite dyer. If you haven't bought any linen from Laura at Tropical Stitches, you need to head over to her website, not Etsy, but head over to her website, Tropical Stitches, and try a piece of her linen because it's absolutely beautiful. So anyway, this is called Lucia and I started this on there and this is going really, really quickly. This has been a really quick stitch so far. So cute. Look at that. See the color? It's kind of a, it's got some gold to it. I don't think this lighting is showing it very well, but it's got some golden color to it. Love the flowers and the acorn. I am doing this, it called for overdyes, and I'm using just a combination of the overdyes that I had and then the DMCs. The cute little urn that he's sitting on. I think the moon has a face, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna put the moon face on there. I'll give him a face here soon. He's got little eyes, little sleeping eyes. I just love that. Is that not the best? Let's rest a while. Super cute. So I worked on him for several days and really was enjoying him. Okay, put that back in this little baggie. I think I'm out of project bags right now. I think I have, all of my project bags are full. That'd be a problem. Okay. What else have I done? I have been a good girl and I have pulled out my Consider the Lilies. My book is falling apart. So I've been stitching on this for 2 years now. Not solid, but you know. Consider the Lilies from Heartstring Samplery. Love it still. I love it to this day. I'm glad I started it. You know, worked on it furiously for about a year and then kind of got burned out, and but I'm back at it and I'm ready to finish it. It's gonna get finished this year. Y'all keep cheering me on because I need it. Okay, so again, she's really hard to show in the whole frame, but I think I can do it. There she is. I don't have much left, so I think recently, maybe since I saw you, I should have been working more on the border all along and I didn't, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay. But I did go back, and anywhere that I had not, I did some flower work since I last saw you, so I filled in more of the lilies, so you can see all my lilies across the top, and kind of those couple down the side are done, and then across the bottom some of them are done. Okay, so what I did do though is I came back, because all I had was the green basic outline. So I came back, and anywhere that needed leaves and stems, so over here on this side, anywhere that needed the leaves and stems on the border, I just spent a couple of days and I got all that done, because to me that was the boring part. It was kind of like, oh, I gotta do leaves and stems before I actually do a flower. Flowers are fun to me. Yeah, they're repetitive and there's a lot of them, but they're really pretty colors, and so they're a little more interesting to me. So I pushed through, got that the greenery on the border done, and that just, I don't know, that just really changed my outlook. I think that helped a lot. So now I can very easily just do a flower or two, and that's more enjoyable to me. So I did that, and then I know I filled in a couple more motifs up here. I can't remember if I had done these when I showed you last, but I know oh, that's the wrong side. I'm a mess today, I tell you. I don't know what I've done, but I know most recently I filled in this pretty, like a quilt star here, and this little flower, and then yesterday I did this horse and hedgehog. So I just have a few motifs left here. There's not much left, and the flowers, and then add my name and date, and I'm done. So cheer me on, this is gonna get done. I'm gonna finish it this year. So I'm feeling a lot more motivated about it since I got that greenery on the border done. So sometimes it just takes figuring out why am I stuck, and maybe that was it. So for a while I was burned out, yes, but now maybe it was just that I was just a little stuck. So let's see. So oh yeah, I forgot. I had made some plans, just loose plans in my book of days, kind of, okay, I want to start something each month until the end of the year, and I also want to work on a main whip before the end of the year. I haven't done another start yet this month, and I may or may not do it. I haven't decided yet. But one of the things I had said I wanted to start, I keep leaving stuff was this. So I bought this ages ago, right when I got back in, well, ages ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, as I got back into cross stitch. The blue flower drum kit from La Di Da. I don't remember where I bought it. It came with the linen, the threads, and it came with the little piece of wool to do the top. So I started this on the 1st, August 1st, and I finished it up on Friday, I think, interspersed with working on some other things. I finished this on Friday, and then I FFO'd it, and well, what was supposed to be a drum is not a drum, because, not because I don't want to do a drum, because I wasn't paying attention, and I cut too close on my linen, way too close, and it just wasn't gonna be a drum. So but that's okay. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. So now instead of the blue flower drum, we have the blue flower long pillow. So I was able to you know, cut, I used the blue that was for the top, I used it on the ends, and I made this long pillow. And somebody said, oh, it's even prettier now, you don't have to turn it to see the whole thing. So there you go. I figured it was destined to probably mess up the, you know, since I'd already messed up the cutting, I'm just guessing that the drum would have been difficult for me that day. Not any time, just that particular day. So I backed it with some cute fabric and a piece of lace to cover it up, and there's my blue flower drum. My should have been a drum, now it's a pillow, but I love it. Turned out really, really pretty, and I'm very happy with it, so love that. Okay, so that was one of my starts, and then the sampler that I decided to pull out, and I think I can finish it this month. I don't know if every month the sampler I've chosen I'll be able to finish, but I think I can finish this one in August. So love this chart. This is Ampeg 1877, my friend Chrissy Keller and I started this together. I know I've talked about it before in a previous FlossTube, some of the color changes we made to make it look more like the photo. So we've been working on this. I love this sampler. It is got a needle stuck in it, but I think I can definitely finish this. So there is my progress on Ampeg. I worked this weekend and really I got this whole, what did I do this weekend? I think I did this border down here. I did little doodads. I did that whole big flower pot, and I did this. So made a good bit of progress on Ampeg. So I think I can finish her this month. I think she'll go quickly, and I'd love to have her done and framed. Almost forgot to show you. Here's my colors. Like I said, these are some of the called for, but some that we kind of switched out. The lighting is weird today. So pretty. And then it is on a beautiful piece of Tropical Stitches linen called Angelella, 36 count, and I love that. So, all right, I think that is everything that I have been working on. What else do I have to show you? I have some crochet. I'll show you that in a minute here. Let's see. Okay. So let's talk a little bit. My husband and I, on the way back from Atchison, instead of coming back down through Wichita and Oklahoma City like we normally do, we came the other way and made a stop in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and went to the Silver Needle there. I'd never been, and it was such a wonderful experience. Really, really enjoyed the shop, and so many beautiful, beautiful things to look at there. Just, you know, what everybody says that when you see the model stitch, sometimes it just really, you know, clinches it for you. And so I was guilty for sure of one of those purchases there. So I got to spend a couple hours there, and my husband was patient and loving, and I just had a really good time. And then we went and spent the night in Oklahoma City before we came home. So I made a few purchases. I didn't buy any linen. I felt like I had plenty of linen at this point. Wasn't anything that I really needed, but I did find a few things that I had wanted. One I had been putting off buying, but this was my favorite recent release of Brenda Gervais, the Audens Acorn Gathering. So cute. I love these squirrels. So I really want to start them soon, and I think I'm going to do, I can insert a picture here. If y'all remember my crows from The Good Housewife, is it? Ida Mae and Ira Ray. I did them on one and framed them together. I think I'm going to do my squirrels that way as well, and have them looking at each other. So let me see if I can insert a picture of those here. Don't you think that'll be really cute? I think I need to do the squirrels that way too. So I got that one. And then I had ordered, just because I wanted to see what it looked like, I had ordered a piece of chestnut linen from 123 Stitch, a small piece. And it was really dark, and I thought, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. And some of you gave me some great suggestions, and one of the suggestions somebody gave me was the Christmas bird from Brenda Gervais. It is stitched on that chestnut linen. And I love that. So I was gonna have to order it maybe off of her website, but I found one copy there at the Silver Needle, so I snapped that up. So I'll be doing that this season for sure. And that does call for the chestnut. And then this chart I had just never seen, and I thought it was so pretty. Kind of like Kim Goldman, the Contented Stitcher. I love birds. I've always loved birds. Before I got back into cross stitch and I was quilting, I was always I'm attracted to things with birds on them. I would buy fabric with no purpose, just because it had birds on it. I think I have a bird somewhere. I thought I had a little bird. Anyway, right. But anyway, I saw this chart and I had not seen it. It's called Fate Apart 2017. And I just thought, I love those bluebirds and the strawberries and the red eyes. So I like the saying, but I also think I could do it without the saying and it would be really pretty, just like that. So we'll see. I really like that. It says, God finds a low branch for the bird that cannot fly. And I like that. I just don't, I think I could do it without the verse and still love what's on there. So if it was scripture, I'd have a hard time leaving that off. But I could always put some scripture in there like Kim does. Okay, so the one that I bought purely because it was a model that was stitched and it was just absolutely gorgeous, was this beautiful. This is, I'm gonna take that, Blooming Bouquets number 4 from Jeanette Douglas. This one is called Beautiful. Oh, I think it's so pretty. I've loved these. There's several. On the back it shows thankful, cheerful, which is really pretty. The colors are really pretty, and joyful. This one is beautiful, number 4. So I got this one. It was stitched, and then I think the model was stitched with the silks, and so they had a package of just the silks that you need to stitch that. So I'm not a huge silk fan, but there it was, just all kitted up. And so I already went through and put the silks on little cards with their symbols, so that I could put them in a little bag and keep them all nice. But they are ready to go, and I'm not sure. I think this is going to be my birthday start in September, if I can wait that long. So really, really pretty silks. Lovely, just enough. So I have those in a little baggie. So that came kitted with the silks, and then I chose some linen. When I got home, I had a piece of, I think it's 36 count vintage straw flower from Lakeside Linens. So I'm gonna put it on there. Gonna be pretty. I can't wait. It's just beautiful. So those were my little purchases. That was my not so little purchase, because when you add those silks in, and it adds up. They're very pretty. So this will be my second time to do something in silk, so we'll see. The first time I did it, I just didn't love it. It was hard. It caught on my fingers a lot, and I didn't like that. And I don't love it so much that it's worth the cost for me right now. So we'll see. We'll see how I like this one. But like I said, it was all kitted up and ready to go, and it's so beautiful. So I'm looking forward to starting that. And like I said, I think that'll be my birthday start on September 9th. Okay, so let's see. Oh, here's another one I want to show you. I kitted this up. My friend Merritt Crawford at the Sew Just Because Buzz. She found this chart, and it was just lovely, and I think we were both it was a beautiful chart, and then the verse just punched it for us. And so Merritt and I are going to start this. I think my friend Chrissy may start it as well with us on January 1st. Will be our new year, new start. And so let me insert a picture over here. It's called the Harriet Charlesworth 1822 sampler by the Wishing Thorn. So let me put a picture. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. Oh, I love it so much. And the verse, let me see if I can read the verse to you because it's so pretty. This God is the God we adore, our faithful, unchangeable friend, whose love is as large as his power, and neither knows measure nor end. 'Tis Jesus, the first and last, whose spirit shall guide us safe home. We'll praise him for all that is past, and trust him for all that's to come. Oh my goodness. That it's over 1, and I don't care. It is beautiful, and I cannot wait to stitch that. That verse is just beautiful. So this is my copy here. This, the Wishing Thorn it's Brigitte Tolman. She has a website. It's just my black and white copy. Harriet, Charlesworth, 1822. Lovely chart though. PDF download, and we are going to, I think it called, did it call for DMC? Yeah. I think so. It called for DMC, and here they are. I've got them all ready to go. Aren't they pretty? And I have not picked a linen yet. I'm thinking it's gonna need to be a little darker because I've got some really pale, a couple of pale ones here that I'm gonna wanna make sure really show up on the linen. But they're more of a yellow and not a off-white, so I think that's gonna not be as hard as I think. So that is a new year, new start for us. So she is kitted up, except I don't have the linen pulled yet. I haven't decided. I'll decide when that comes, when the time comes. So that is so pretty. So if any of you want to join us in that on the first of the year, 2023, we will be obviously doing that together, and I'm sure we'll give it a Sal name. So that'll be really fun. So like I said, I had decided that I would, oh my, messy. I had decided that I would have a new start, and then pick a whip to work on heavily throughout each month for the rest of the year. So I showed you this month. Next month, I'm gonna start Mary Wigglesworth, and that will be for Sampler September, and so that'll be my September start, and then I'm gonna start, bye! And then I'm gonna start, what did I just say? Oh yeah, that beautiful bouquet, the Jeanette Douglas one on my birthday. And then hopefully in September, I'm gonna pick up This Is the Day from Plum Street and try and work on that and maybe get that finished. I think I could do that, we'll see. In October, I wanna start a sampler called Innocence 1840, and these are all ones I've showed you in my whip parade, just probably a couple videos ago. And then I want to work on and finish, hopefully, a Little House Needleworks called Needlework ABC. It's one of those long ABCs. November, I'm hoping to start Hannah Hetherington and finish Amelia Jane Chandler, which is a Hands Across the Sea. It's a red and green one. And then of course, I want to finish Consider the Lilies this year. And it's kind of my Sunday stitch, but I'm not real committed to a Sunday stitch. I will, but I don't have to. So hopefully on Christmas, I'm going to start A Savior's Praise from Barbara Anna. Is that Barbara Anna? No, Shakespeare's Peddler. Shakespeare's Peddler. I have that all kitted, ready to go. And I think that's going to be my Christmas Day start if I can get Consider the Lilies finished. And then, of course, I just showed you Harriet Charlesworth. That'll be a new year, new start. And then I also want to, in the month of December, I want to finish my Blackbird Designs Joya Noel. So those are kind of my plans. Still leaves me with plenty of whips, but you know, I also just want to have some space in there to work on things as the fancy strikes me, right? So, and those are loose plans. They may change. We shall see. We shall see. I'm not really good at giving myself hard and fast stitching plans. I think I've said before, I have a whole lot of things in my life, don't we all, that we have to do, or have to do on a schedule, or have to finish by a deadline, and I just don't want that for my crafting. So it needs to be a place where I enjoy what I'm working on and work on what I want to. So I think that is all the cross stitch I have to share. And then here, let me show you, like I said, a few weeks ago, oh, not a few weeks ago, was it in July? Maybe it was July. I picked up crochet. So ages ago, probably when I was 10, probably when somebody taught me how to cross stitch, I learned how to crochet, and I made like a couple coasters or hot pads or whatever. And so I did that was all I ever did, and then never did anything else. But I think for the longest time I've always loved granny squares, and just the idea of crochet I really like, and yet I thought I can't do it, it's too hard. But I pulled it all back out. I got me some cheap yarn, did some granny squares, then bought me some better yarn and started official granny squares. And then I showed you last time that I had bought a cake yarn. It's like a fingering weight, so I think it was a #1 at Hobby Lobby, and it was one of those self-striping yarn cakes. And I did a shawl. So this is my very first shawl. It's a little, what do we call it? It's not quite a shawl, because if I try to me a shawl, I should be able to grab and wrap. And this one, okay, it kind of does that, but not really. I want it a little bit bigger, but this was just with one cake, so I can't really, okay, maybe if I was smaller. But anyway, it is so pretty. This was such a fun crochet, super easy. I worked on it in the car all the time. So I think more than anything, it's going to make a beautiful little scarfy thing, or whatever you want to call it. So that looks terrible. Something like that. And so I finished that. It's super soft and lightweight. Really enjoyed that. So that's done, and I will link that pattern down below. It was a free pattern from, I forget, Winding Road Crochet, I believe. Super easy, all double crochet. Great first shawl. So I did that, and then I decided I really wanted to make a bigger, warmer, cozier shawl, and so I decided to try another free one. This is, I think, from Truly Crochet, and it's called the Orla Sideways Shawl. So I showed this on my Instagram. You can go back and look at the yarn, but this is, I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby, a 4-weight yarn, Aran, I think that's how you say it, or a worsted weight, super soft cotton. This is the color khaki. So I got 5 skeins of that, and here's my shawl so far. Super simple, a lot of double crochet. Love the pattern, and this is probably a little over halfway. So that's gonna be, oh, I really envision myself wrapping up in this, taking it with me, you know, to church, or, you know, somewhere snuggly. Love it. So really enjoying that. And that's what I'm working on, crochet. So I think that leaves me with announcing the giveaway from last time. I have not mailed the giveaway from the time before. Both of you, please forgive me. I just have not made it to the post office, but I promise I will. And then I want to announce the winner of the giveaway from last time. We had these 2 cute charts, Bittersweet September, and then this one's called Autumn, Season Sampler Autumn from Madame Chantilly. And so the winner for this set of charts is I will comment on your comment, and you can send me an email. That information is down below, and I will, I promise, get that in the mail this week. So I think that's all I have for you today. And like I said, you know, just again, still, you know, what's the name of the game? Just trusting in the Lord, and asking Him to give us the strength to run the race. I was discussing that. We had a girls' Bible study over the summer up at church, and one of our last lessons was from Paul about running the race and finishing, and we had so much great discussion about that. And so it was in our second reading in Mass yesterday as well, just that running the race and keeping your eyes fixed on Jesus. And so that's what I'm going to do. Keep my eyes fixed on Him. Hopefully the refrigerator gets all fixed tomorrow under warranty, and they're paying for my groceries that I lost. So I've been trying to be really patient about that because I do want it fixed for free. So that's a good motivator. So this week I'll be working on getting the school planned and ready for next week, and stitching and crocheting, and maybe doing a last couple of summer things, get a snow cone with the kids. So that's about it. So I hope you'll keep your eyes fixed on Jesus, and that you'll have a blessed couple of weeks. Hopefully it'll start cooling down for all of us here soon. And until next time, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Happy stitching.